we can just kind of boil it down to the style of training. Now, bodybuilding, you're typically working with lighter weights, higher reps, lots of volume, lots of different exercises, lots of different angles and stuff like that. And this can be very enjoyable and it can be very safe because when you're bodybuilding, you're not going for like super heavy squats and super heavy deadlifts at 95% of your 1 rep max. Typically, you are doing lots of volume, so you're filling the muscles with blood. You know, you're doing like 20 reps, 15 reps, 10 rep sets, and it can be just a really good way to get some momentum. And this is actually what I did. When I stopped drinking, I was doing lots of high rep sets, I was doing lots of bodybuilding training. And the great thing about it is that you start to see visible results very, very, very quickly because you are, might be doing like push, pull, leg splits, you might be doing upper body, lower body, you might be doing the typical bro split, whatever it is, you're doing lots of volume, so you see the changes, and that can just be very, very motivating, especially if you've not been to the gym for a long time. Now, some of the cons are that it can be difficult to learn. Learning things like technique can be difficult, which means that some people may want to hire a trainer. Also, things like programming, sure, you can learn that stuff, but it's not for everybody to learn. People don't have time. And again, like I said, you can hire a coach in this area. You can work with a trainer in the local gym. You can do a bit of, watching technique videos and stuff like that. And it is relatively simple. And there is one other con, and it's typically that you use a lot of machines, a lot of different weights, a lot of different dumbbells, barbells, and usually you have to go to a gym, and that is not for everybody. But because most commercial gyms have lots of bodybuilding equipment, it can be pretty easy to start. It's not like you need specialist equipment and you need a specialist court or something like that. And it definitely gets results. Like, we know that bodybuilding gets results. Now, one other con of bodybuilding is that if you really start taking it seriously as a sport, it becomes about, beauty and aesthetics and perfect symmetry. And if you go, into it as a sport, to me, I just get turned off. I just don't like the idea of somebody judging me based on my appearance, of having like this perfect genetics. But anyway, just to, get the ball rolling and do something good, it can be a great thing to start with.